Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining for today's video. Hope you're all doing well, and I really hope that the sun is shining in you wherever you are. It's the weekend here, it's Saturday, it was lovely to have a lie-in, but I woke up with a bit of inspiration, so I wanted to do this kind of quick short video, hopefully short. I'm not sure how long it's gonna go once I start kind of gibbering away and everything, but I just wanted to revisit the topic of shapes and combined shapes and the fact that everything around us in the physical world is made out of shapes. And so I woke up this morning and I was kind of reviewing my previous videos, the titles and everything, and I looked at my video with the topic about, drawing shapes, combined shapes and everything. And all of a sudden, for some reason, I started noticing around me just shapes, starting from, for example, my pillowcase. It was just full of drawings of triangles, lines, just different types of shapes, all the way to when I went to have a shower. Everything around me I was noticing was just made out of shapes. So for example, the shower switch on, it was made out of combined different shapes. So it kind of inspired me to go back and revisit drawing of shapes. So yeah, this is what I wanted to do, and I was just wondering really, is my perception already starting to shift? Do artists see the world differently? And is everything really made out of shapes? And I mean physical reality, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to this page in my sketchbook, and I'm just gonna draw a few combined shapes that I basically saw around me this morning. So for example, the shower switch, right? So it was kind of like that on the wall. This was the metal thing there. And I do apologize if my voice is a little bit crackly this morning. And then it had two circles there. And then it basically had those cylinders there for the switches. So straight away we see how the shapes are combined. So we've got the cube there, or not cube, just like, yeah, whatever, I can't remember the English words for it. And then we've got the circle and then the cylinder there. Okay, and then we'll add a little bit of shadow in there to make it 3D. And then I was looking at the carpet or the bath mat, so it was like that. And then it had those wavy things on there. So this is going back to the topic of curves and practicing curves. This is actually quite common, just doing this. Because I'm focusing on it so much, my mouth is shut. So enjoy it while you can. But it's interesting, right? How you can have a schedule, like learning to draw, whatever, lessons or steps, anything like that. But then sometimes you might wake up and you might have an inspiring idea, or you might just have a different idea that you want to follow that day. And I think in order to express your creativity and kind of going with the flow and doing what you want, not following the rules, you've got to follow that inspiration. You've got to follow that idea if it makes you feel excited. And this is what I decided to do this morning. And it just feels good because, I don't know, it just obviously is a sign that this is what I need right now. So yeah, so this is the carpet. Excuse me, I'm just gonna have a quick drink of coffee. Okay, and then I was just looking at the floor in my bathroom. And again, it was just made out of tiles, which are all kind of combined squares, you know. I don't know, I was definitely seeing a lot of squares. So. But how do you see the world around you? Do you notice that everything is made out of shapes? And where are you on your drawing journey, I guess? Are you just a beginner? Are you kind of like, you know, mid-journey, or are you an experienced artist already? Please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. And also, yeah, just share your experiences. Do you follow, you know, your drawing journey step by step? Or do you just go with the flow and everything and express your, you know, creativity just whenever you feel like it? Or is it a mixture of both? But I feel, for me personally, that I feel the most free when I can just express my ideas. But then sometimes you might not have any ideas, and that's when I feel like I need some guidance, and that's when I start creating kind of like step-by-step guides, which I have got a note. And so for me, for example, it's important to have that balanced approach. Yeah, and then also I was thinking even, excuse me, about like a human body that is even made out of shape. So for example, when looking at the fingers, right, like that, right, rounded, like elongate ovals. And then we've got the hand there, which is a circle. And then we've got the arm and obviously the body. So the arm, obviously it's not sharp edges there. And then the body and all that kind of stuff, which is interesting. That's why some people, you know, just the basic human, they will just put sticks on it. And it will, on the head, that's combined shapes, isn't it, with line. And then, or even it can just be ovals like that as well. What else do I see in front of me that's made out of shapes? So for example, leaves on a plant, that's made out of shapes, like that. So more even like that. But then what is a shape, right? What is a shape? So a shape, I was looking, it's anything that's got lines around it. It's basically like boundaries, isn't it? So it's something that separates it from everything else, I guess, shape. So it has lines around it, which is why I'm saying it's in the physical world. Because when you start looking into more details, obviously it's not like that, is it? And then what else do I see? I see some coins, for example. So I've got a coin here. They're the Chinese lacquer coins. So again, see, combined shapes. Circle and then a square inside. And then, for example, I can see this lip balm here. So again, it's like a cylinder, like a tube thingy there, round, and then it's round again. So yeah, so I think, yeah, I just wanted to revisit the shapes because it's interesting. I feel that now that I've done a few days of different practicing and my journey is moving forward, I'm kind of starting to pay attention to a few different things. And sometimes it's good to kind of slow down, take a step back, go back, review some lessons. So for example, what it is that you've learned, put it onto paper, and then continue moving forward. Because my idea was tomorrow to draw a tomato following the spheres, but yeah, I just felt like I wanted to take a step back and review the shapes fact, because we're going to be drawing real life objects from the real life, so it's interesting how everything is built. So yeah, I'm feeling very excited, and hope you are too. Thank you for following the journey. Take care, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.